you're eligible for Medicare, you may know it only covers about 80% of your Part B medical expenses. The rest is up to you. Call now and find out about an AARP Medicare Supplement Insurance Plan insured by United Healthcare Insurance Company. Like all standardized Medicare Supplement insurance plans, it helps pick up some of what Medicare doesn't pay and could save you in out-of-pocket medical costs.
To me, relationships matter. I've been with my doctor for 12 years. Now I know I'll be able to stick with him.
With these types of plans, you'll be able to visit any doctor or hospital that accepts Medicare patients. Plus, there are no networks and virtually no referrals needed. So don't wait. Call now and request this free decision guide to help you better understand Medicare and which AARP Medicare supplement plan might be best for you. There's a wide range to choose from.
We love to travel, and there's so much more to see. So we found a plan that can travel with us anywhere in the country.
Join the millions of people who have already enrolled in the only Medicare supplement insurance plans endorsed by AARP, an organization serving the needs of people 50 and over for generations. Remember, all Medicare supplement insurance plans help cover what Medicare doesn't pay and could save you in out-of-pocket medical costs. Call now to request your free decision guide and learn more about the kinds of plans that will be here for you now and down the road.
I have a lifetime of experience, so I know how important that is. Everything your family touches sticks with them. Make sure the germs they bring home don't stick around. Use Clorox disinfecting products, because no one kills germs better than Clorox.
The president will continue to speak like this.
Of course he will. The president's going to speak his mind. It goes back to Thomas Jefferson, that presidents have commented on judicial nominees. I mean, the idea of one branch talking about or commenting on another branch is as old as our republic.
Sean Spicer defending President Trump for those tweets against the judiciary, including the tweet that called the Seattle judge a so-called judge. We're going to go now to Republican Senator from North Dakota, John Hoeven, who joins us now from Capitol Hill. Senator, thank you so much for being here. Let's get right into it. I know that this is not what is traditionally done. Neil Gorsuch or Supreme Court nominees don't traditionally get in front of the public and speak their mind. But does Neil Gorsuch have an obligation in this circumstance, this extraordinary circumstance, to not just speak to senators behind closed doors and ask them to relay his message, but to come out in front of the American public and say, hey, listen, I promise you I can be and remain independent from the man who nominated me?
Well, first, I think Neil Gorsuch is just an outstanding choice, tremendous track record. I think he's going to get very good support in the Senate. No, I think he's going to follow the procedure that all of the nominees follow, and that is to not make public statements until he's confirmed. But I think, if anything, his comment to Senator Blumenthal showed his independence. So I think he's a very impressive guy that's going to do very well.
Do you think the Republican leadership should break their silence on Donald Trump's tweeting? We heard Sean Spicer say he's not going to stop. I know you're laughing, but there's a lot of folks out there who take this very seriously and believe that this is an attack on the separation of powers in this country. Do you not, as a party, have a responsibility to push back publicly?
Well, no, Katie, I certainly understand and appreciate your question, and I think Republican leaders have commented on some of the tweets and will continue to comment on some of the tweets. I mean, President Trump is going to say what he's going to say, but here in the Senate, we'll work to do our job on behalf of the American people and get the work done that will really benefit the country, and try to focus on the substantive things that will move the country forward. And we're doing that every day, and we're going to continue to do it.
What about the Americans out there who are just really tired of seeing Donald Trump tweet? There are a number of Donald Trump supporters who say he needs to stop. What do you say to them when the president just continues to do so?
Well, the American people will continue to express their opinion, and it's up to the president to decide how to respond to that. And I expect the president and the White House will respond based on what they feel should be done and in line with the feedback they get from the American people. Ultimately, we all work for the American people and have to do the very best job we can. Like I I say, to get the substantive work done for our country.
Republican North Dakota Senator John Hoeven, thank you for sticking around with us on this very busy day.
Thanks,
now,
Katie.
let's go over to the other side of the aisle and a Time magazine cover that asked the question, do the Democrats matter? Let's go over to Representative Maxine Waters of California. She's at the Democratic retreat over in Baltimore. So, Congresswoman, thank you for being here, number one, and I will pose that question. I would pose that question to you. Do the Democrats matter?
Oh, absolutely, we matter. As a matter of fact, we may matter now more than ever, despite the fact we're not in the majority in the House or the Senate, and they have the White House. But this president is so outrageous, so ridiculous, until I think we have a responsibility to help educate and communicate the public and dissect what he's doing, what he's saying, and it's going to catch up with him. And for those Republicans who don't have the courage to stand up and denounce some of those tweets and the way that he's handling conflict of interest, they're going to get caught up in this. It's not going to last very long.
Congressman, you have strong words for the president, and there's a good portion of the Democratic Party that doesn't want to see any Democrat work with Republicans or work with President Trump in any way. 56% of them saying that they oppose this president. Are we in for another 4 years of complete stalemate in Congress?
I don't think so, because he's not going to be there for 4 years. He has disregarded constitutional questions. We're still digging into his conflict of interest, his relationship to Putin and the Kremlin. I think there's a lot there. I don't intend to work with him or try and work with him, but I certainly don't intend for him to be around for 4 years. A lot of people don't want to hear this. They're saying you're saying it, and you're talking about a president who's only been in office for a short period of time, but I do believe that he is vulnerable to impeachment.
You believe he's vulnerable to impeachment, but the Democrats do not control the House or the Senate. It would have to be something that Republicans signed on to. Why are you so sure that the Republicans would get on board with that?
Well, I think that he's going to embarrass his party. They can't keep defending him and standing up for him. But in addition to that, this Congress, no matter where we divide, we're basically very patriotic. And many of those senators are getting very nervous about his relationship to Putin and his defense of Putin constantly. And so I